following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WZWA Network, and welcome to my review show here of XPW is Going Loco from the Houston Premier Arena in Houston, Texas. January 27th, I believe, this took place. Apologies for the late review. I bought the pay-per-view on streamxpw.com, and it would not recognize that I bought it, even though the money had come out of my bank account through my PayPal. I've asked for the last several days for, I don't know if they can just unlock the pay-per-view on my account through Stream XPW, or I'm guessing that was too difficult or just too difficult to fix up. It is what it is. But so I still hadn't had the chance to watch it, but thankfully somebody let me use their login details so that I could watch this pay-per-view. And hopefully I get a refund, but that's okay. Even if not, I'm supporting the company. That's good. So this show here, right? They're going to Texas and performing in Houston. It's a pretty big deal for XPW to be doing a show elsewhere, at least, you know, not the usual places. And they're teaming up here with LOKO Wrestling, who've been around, I believe, about 4 years. They've put on 19 shows, and they have done some co-promoting with GCW before. So this is interesting. Something different, right? And I'm going into this show being very well aware that there's not going to be much storyline-driven stuff, but I've also started to come to accept that at the moment with XPW, they are probably unable to. They're still at a stage where they can't have a solidified roster, and that people are going to come and go because people get bookings elsewhere and they can't prioritize one over the other. Everyone's got to make some money, and I'm assuming XPW aren't making as much money as they were at the beginning, so they might have to tighten things up. That's why people tend to be only on New Jersey shows, and people tend to only be on LA shows, and only the special ones get to go to all of them, like MAGA Butcher and Jasmin and SHLAK, obviously. But anyway, look, let's get into this show. So I'm going into the show, and I'm going into it with that thought process, okay? So the first matchup is Lil Papi taking on Tarzan Duran with J-Love at ringside. I don't know what title belt that was, but Lil Papi, small but impressive in his move, or with his movement in the ring. I already wrote at this stage of the show, this is my third note in. That siren going off is annoying. Yeah. Wait till I get to it after all these other matches and it's still going during the main event. Wait to hear what I have to say about it then, okay? J-Love gets involved, of course, raises edge by Tarzan. I'm not going to go for a blow-by-blow here, just some highlights. I liked when J-Love hit Papi in the back with a chair. And Tarzan pulled out a butcher knife. Papi hit Tarzan with his vest, then hit a sweet moonsault to win. And I'm like, good for you, bro. Well done. That was a nice moonsault. And from what I've heard through the grapevine, J-Love won't be back in XPW. Fuck me. I don't know what is going on over there. But can we have a little bit of loyalty to our people, our performers that we book? Can we have some form of loyalty and a level of respect? It seems very easy for people to have a falling out over there. Why? It can't be that fucking hard to get along and show the appropriate respect and be loyal. I like the cutaway graphic. It's updated from that old XPW cutaway. Good job. There's a compliment. I like the cutaway. It goes meow. Also, the entranceway with the curtain, etc., the XPW signage. I have to say, I've been begging for this for the longest time. Just for that entranceway to look a little bit more spiffy. Okay, so the next matchup is Oklahoma Strangler versus Damo Mccullogh. Mccullogh. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Wow, I barely wrote any notes for this one. I'm guessing these two here are LOKO Wrestling guys. So I have no idea who they are, that's fine. I thought the Oklahoma Strangler didn't really look like an Oklahoma Strangler. He looks more like Roadkill from ECW. Roadkill Jr. You never know. Maybe it's actually his son. Probably not. So it was fine. It was fine. I'm sorry. I didn't really write a lot of notes on this one. I think I was just sitting there just watching it. And yeah, so the Strangler tapped out. And that was it. That's all I wrote. I'm sorry. I hope those two guys that were in that match didn't watch this review, hoping to get some nice feedback. It was serviceable. It wasn't match of the show, but it was serviceable. Okay, let's move forward again. Remedy takes on Masada in the next match. I didn't know. I knew Masada was going to be on the show, but I didn't know he was coming out until I saw him walk through the curtain. And I'm like, thank God he's back. XPW needs some heavy hitters there. I'm guessing Big F and Joe won't be back for a while because Big F and Joe lives in England. So I'm sure it costs a lot of money to bring him over. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Anywho, let's get back to this match. Masada, yeah. Now I'm interested in the show here. Remedy is a big dude. So, you know, he's all right. But nitpick number one here, Remedy, bro, get some proper ring gear, bro. I don't want to see you wrestling that ever again, okay? Gotta be professional. Unless your gimmick is a guy that's not professional. So they went back and forth, blah, 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 blah. Ron and Larry were doing very good on commentary there, despite the fact that someone kept on ringing off a fucking siren the whole show. Spot of the show, at this point, Masada Tornado DDT'd Remedy off the ring apron through a door on some chairs. So, yep, Masada with a chair shot. Then he goes through a table, but I was down with the skewers to the head of one Remedy and then taking a chair shot. And then Masada wins, as he should. Yeah. So not bad to start the show off here. Not bad. Judge Joe Dredd taking on Low Rider next. I'm not sure. Look, I suggested the wig. Is there something wrong with that wig? The little judge's wig that Joe Dredd was wearing. I think I suggested a wig, and now he's wearing a wig. But thank you for being in gimmick, bro. Yes. The gavel, the coat, very good. You know, I'm behind Joe Dredd here. I've given him some criticism in the past. I'm behind him. I want him to do well. I want him to succeed. I've written again about the siren being annoying. Someone's got a fucking megaphone in that crowd, and they keep on sounding off the siren the whole show. If I was standing there, like, I'm not a confrontational kind of person. I'm pretty chill. But if I was standing next to someone who kept on ringing that fucking siren the whole show, even if I was like on the other side of the room, I'd make my way over there and be like, bro, can you maybe knock it the fuck off? I know we're a crowd here and we're excited, but you're really pissing me off. It's really annoying. Fuck. I'm surprised no one went up to him and said, hey, man, can you like just chill out a bit? Because you're going to piss people off, especially people watching on pay-per-view. Right. You know, you've got to give Joe props. He's one of the rare people that have been around XPW since near day dot. You know, he's working hard for them, clearly. Joe screws up the senton onto a tube. Oh, God, how many times has that happened? I don't know what it is. But, you know, he fixed the situation and he managed to hit the senton and smash it the second time. But, you know, another thing is like over the last 2 years, I've seen Joe Dredd lose more often than he's won. So that makes me think that it's hard to see him as a badass because I'm trying to you got to get that stink off him. It's like when Matt Cardona was Zack Ryder. You had to get rid of that Zack Ryder stink when he was Matt Cardona. Judge Joe Dredd needs to kind of get rid of the stink of losing to everyone. Yeah, you know, just the same stuff that you used to hear, you know, tubes. Low Rider won me over in this match. Low Rider, never heard him, never seen him before. He won me over. Loved the splash with tubes. Well done, dude. Well done. You are maximize your minutes out there, Low Rider. Again, I've written the siren is fucking annoying, and that's in capital letters. Now I'm getting real mad. I was so mad, I was insane mad. Joe hits his finish through tubes. Low Rider tapped, and it was kind of anticlimactic for me. Joe unloaded more tubes on Rider after the match. Then I skipped ahead, so I think I missed out on something or other. I think Joe was supposed to beat what's his name in under a certain amount of minutes. Anyway, now all of a sudden Joe Dredd has he's unloading the tubes on Ryder. I don't know. I can't. Rob Black came out, right? And I overheard a woman in the background saying, "Why is Rob in there?" I don't know if they're trying to make it seem like a shoot or something, but it was a long shot. I don't know what happened if one of the camera batteries died or something, but we're getting the long shot from like near the entranceway. Rob gets in there and Joe Dredd attacked him. But, you know, I'm also thinking, oh, maybe they're trying to make it seem real. I don't know. But yeah, he attacked Rob and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We didn't get any promos on this show. We didn't get any backstage interviews or whatever. I did. Yeah. A couple of people must have talked on the mic, I'm sure. Yes, Jasmin did. I can't remember if anyone else got on the mic, but I don't know what's going on. Storyline wise. Maybe is XPW TV back? I don't know. I have to go check that out. Anyway, next matchup, Bagger Butcher with Jasmin St. Clair and Hardcore Hillbilly takes on Brick Savage. Jasmin gets on the mic. I'm trying to figure out why I wrote this. Jasmin gets on the mic and it's a mess, but it's not her fault. Is it because we were stuck with the long shot? We're stuck with the long shot and I can't hear what she's saying because, again, the mic doesn't come through the pay-per-view feed. That's an issue that happens quite often with XPW. I can't hear what people are saying. Rick Savage, he looks the part, doesn't he? They're in the crowd, suit into the match. The long shot was killing me here. I don't know what was going on with the cameras at ringside. Anyway, pardon me. I thought the referee was John Rare from IWA Deep South. I don't think it was, but it looked like him. Hardcore Hillbilly trying to get involved is always comical to me. I love it because he just always gets swatted away. Second rope moonsault by a brick. Where's my notes here? If this was pretty late last night, I will say that. 0 reactions of Jasmin St. Clair reacting to anything during this match. No shots, no tight shots of Jasmin in a pretty dress reacting to what's going on in this match. Give me 3. Give me 3 reactions from her in every match that MAGA Butcher has. Every match, 3 shots. Especially when he's making his entrance shot. I want to see her. Why? You pay to fly her into shows or whatever. You pay for her to be there. And she's never even on the screen. She's never even been shot by the cameraman. You're paying her all that money to be seen in the background, in the distance. Come on, mate. Like, someone that works there, just tell the cameraman at the next show, look, when Jasmin's out there, make sure you get a shot of her a couple times, during the match. By the way, this show was shot like shit. I'll be honest with you. Terrible camera work on this show. They brawled to the outside of the building. I'm really sorry. This match went on too long. I really like Rick Savage, though. And MAGA Butcher's always good, but these matches, every show, they always just go a bit too long. Like, I think this needed about, I don't know, 5 minutes shaved off it. Anyway, the Asiatic Spike or the American Spike by Butcher, and he wins on the floor. Next matchup, XPW Women's World Title. Mickie Knuckles, the champion, defends against Tessa Blanchard. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to take a sip of my raspberry soda. What a child, hey? So I did not write many notes on this one. I don't know why I didn't write many notes. I didn't really write many notes in many of the matches. I think it's because there's no story to talk about. So when there's no story, there's nothing for me to really talk about because I've decided I'm not giving a blow-by-blow account of what happened on pay-per-views anymore because it doesn't make any sense. I need to talk about the story. I need to talk about things that bug me or that I really like, not everything like a blow-by-blow account. I did like when Tessa just used a pinata as a weapon, which had some extreme items on the inside. Again, most of this match was on the outside of the ring. That fucking siren all show, dude. How did no one go up to that guy and tell him, bro, fucking stop? Yeah, look. We already can't. Here's the thing. I've said this a few times. Almost every match was exactly the same as one another. Brawling the crowd, throwing weapons at each other. It gets a bit old after a while, you know what I mean? I'm going to talk about that when I get to the main event, but these two did fine, but I would have liked to have seen like a good wrestling match here on this show. Anyway, Mickie pump handles Tessa. Tessa kicks out at 1. Can we stop doing it, everyone, please? I know Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay did it and they got a big pop for it, but I've been seeing it way too often since then. People think that they're gonna make that a thing. Don't make it a thing. Just stop it. And I'm gonna get on Dimitri Alexandrov later on for that. Mickie then because this was a Texas death match, wasn't it? So yeah, you get a pin and then you got to be out for a 10 count. Anywho, Mickie pump handled Tessa through the door for the to get the pinfall. Tessa looked to be getting up before the count of 10. Then Mickie just choked Tessa unconscious. A little confronting. And the referee called for the bell for some reason. I don't know if he knew what he was doing, but then he counted to 10. And I'm like, God, like... But anyway, whilst all this happened, Cat Martini came out. Cat attacked Mickie with a carpet strip. it was not shot very well. You know, the cameraman did not do a good job shooting this part. I didn't like, I don't know. I thought the attack was a tad weak here, Cat. He hit him with the carpet strip. The commentators went quiet too during this whole part. I don't know what was going on. Also, man, you know what, Cat? I dig the dark hair, but I prefer the blonde. Nitpicking. So yeah, Cat gets laid out. And it looked like Mickie slammed Cat onto Tessa's face. Like, fuck, that looked rough. But I know that there's an angle kind of going on here with Cat and Mickie. But I'm still a bit confused as to what's going on. Where is Ludark? Is she coming back? Is she still with Cat Martini? I don't know how long ago. You know what? I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it right now. CageMatch.net. Here we go. I want to see when the last time. Not when the last time. I want to see when Cat Martini first won the, what do you fucking call it? The television title, right? And of course, she doesn't have her own CageMatch.net profile. Okay, champions. XPW Fight TV Championship. It was just the TV Championship now. She has held the belt for 467 days as of this. She has had 5 matches. And she, they've all been TV title matches. She won it on October 22nd, 2022. She won it in a 6-way extreme elimination match. Then the following month, she and Ludark defended it against Sage Sin Supreme. Then she defended it against Biggie Biggs and Hardcore Hillbilly. Biggie Biggs was in December of 2022, but then she didn't wrestle again until January, February, March, April, May of 2023. And then Kat also wrestled at Problematic, 24th of the 6th, 2023. So she hasn't been wrestling as much lately, but I'm just saying 460 plus days with that title. I think maybe it's time to start thinking of like giving it to somebody that's going to wrestle more frequently. You know, what about Eric Ryan or something like that, or someone who's a bit more of a mainstay there that you haven't done a lot with? Why not give him a belt? You know, let him do something with it. Anyway, but yeah, this is again one of my complaints I make sometimes. Excuse my sweaty bald head. There are just moments with XPW where I get confused, you know, and it should be easy to digest because I'm a smart person. So if I'm confused, imagine what a dumb person is thinking. And most wrestling fans are dumb. Let's be honest. That's mean. Okay, let's get the main event of the evening here. XPW Heavyweight Championship on the line here. SHLAK defends against Dimitri Alexandrov. Dimitri looks interesting, right? I would definitely welcome Brick. Brick Savage and Dimitri into actual XPW shows if they were ever able to get on those shows. But I'm assuming that's not going to happen because, you know, you can't fly everyone in. So this was a typical brawl as you would expect. But here's the thing, right? I hate being negative like this, but I'm getting a bit tired of matches that, you know, guys are just throwing weapons at each other. I like creative, different spots, but not ones that kind of insult my intelligence. You know, so there's a fine line, right? But I didn't think that this was, I thought this could have been better. It felt like there was no real match plan. That's just my guess. I might be wrong, but it felt like there was no match plan. Gonzo bomb onto the chair was rough. I think the spot of the match, though, was SHLAK copying a superplex onto a pile of chairs that had been thrown in the ring by the fans. And that's dangerous when you get people to do that, because like I saw a chair hit the referee in the back of the head. SHLAK hit a variation of the angle slam, then hit his short clothesline. Here we go. Dimitri, you did so well all show, all match. When you kicked out at one here, I was like, fuck me. I don't know if everyone saw I've already said it, but if people saw the Omega Ospreay spot at whatever fucking show it was, was it Forbidden Door? I don't know. Everyone saw that spot where Omega kicked out of the angel, fucking one-winged angel at one, and the crowd went fucking crazy, man. How did he kick out at one after all that fucking time? That was fucking sick, man. Now, even in my local wrestling company that I went to the other week, someone kicked out at one. Tessa did it on this show. I'm seeing it happen more and more because people are trying to. Moxley did it with Eddie Kingston. Everyone wants to try and take that spot and get the pop that they got. Don't. Because here's what happens. You kick out at one, you're screaming like a madman or a madwoman, and then SHLAK just hit a brainbuster and won. So you kicked out at one, and then you were done. No. I'm giving this show a 6 out of 10. Pretty low, right? Usually I say an average show is a 7 out of 10. It's nothing against LOKO Wrestling or the guys that wrestled on the show XPW here. But now as time is wearing on, I start to get a little bit more, I'm expecting more, I tend to try and watch things based on their own merit. I'm not going to watch an XPW show and expect WWE quality, presentation. It's going to be a bit lower budget. But after a while, sometimes it gets a little bit tiring just seeing the same kinds of matches where people just throwing chairs and light tubes at each other. I was asked by somebody recently, and I want to apologize to him. I can't remember his name, but he specifically messaged us at the WZWA Network asking if we could review Circle 6's King of the Deathmatch tournament that they'd taken from IWA Mid-South. And I started watching it, and I can't remember who was in the first match, but I think that big dude Jooseyboy or something was in it. I was like 5 minutes into the match, and I just turned it off. I was just like, I'm just not in the mood to keep watching this shit with the light tubes, and I'm getting burned out on this stuff. It doesn't mean anything after a while if you see it in every match, but yeah, so apologies that I didn't cover that. But yeah, this is the thing. Like, I'm starting to get, when I've watched enough of something, I start to look for more of the faults and all the things that I think could improve. So that's what I kind of think. I think that, they need to get back to telling more stories, having more angles, and all that. But I know that this show wasn't supposed to have that. It's just supposed to be, a nice, solid little wrestling show. But yeah, look, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10, not because it's terrible or anything like that. It was just a bit average for me. I think the match results were pretty obvious ahead of time, etc. So there we go. So anyway, thank you for joining me here for the XPW's Going Loco review here on the WZWA Network. We will be rebranding our name very soon to something else. Please check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com under our store, Thunder Mifflin. Get it? And also you can please look in the description here. Look below. There's a Discord of ours that you can join. Don't just come in and see that there's not much activity and then leave, because you might have just popped in during the daytime, but a lot of people might not be online at that point because we're from Australia. So join our Discord, come on, support us. We need your support. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. All that crap. Okay. Karlifornia, WZWA Network. This was the review for XPW's Going Loco with LOKO Wrestling. And I will see you next time. Thank you.
Network, that's the way we play. Good God Almighty. Network, that's the way we play. Get puppies. Network, that's the way we play. Get.
The following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.